Weighing in on the existence of heaven, two unlikely opponents on opposing sides in this debate. Here is Dan Harris.
You could hardly find two less likely debating partners. One of the most famous scientists on the planet and a boy from Nebraska who turns 12 tomorrow. On one side, the physicist Stephen Hawking, who provoked a firestorm recently when he said that heaven is a fairy story for people who are afraid of the dark. He went on to say, "I regard the brain as a computer which will stop working when its components fail. There is no heaven or afterlife for broken down computers." On the other side, young Colton Burpo, who says he knows heaven is real because he's been there.
I got to see Jesus and two of the apostles, Peter and John.
He says this happened at age 4 when, nearing death, he underwent emergency surgery. His father, a pastor, has written a best-selling book about Colton's story called Heaven is for Real. He says when his son came to, he knew things that he'd never been told, including that his mother had had a miscarriage.
And that day that my son described to me my daughter that I have waiting for me in heaven, it was an incredible day.
And Colton's reaction to Hawking?
I'll say that I can believe what I can believe, and if you don't believe it, okay.
Stephen Hawking may have written more books and may have many more advanced degrees than young Colton, but here in this country at least, it's more than likely that the winner of the debate would be the 12-year-old. While there is some disagreement among Americans about whether heaven is a purely spiritual setting or an actual physical place, the bottom line is roughly 3/4 of us agree with Colton that heaven is real.
Science measures things that are visible, that are measurable, and because it does, it starts to assume that that's all that exists.
As one person told us today, this debate brings to mind that line from Isaiah, "A child shall lead them." Dan Harris, ABC News.